Welcome back to Chatty Sparkly Runners. This is episode 3 of how to run faster over 5k.
Yeah, and today we're going to look at introducing a fartlek into your run, and I'll talk about what a fartlek is and how you can do it later. It should be fun.
It's going to be fun.
But before that, you're just going to recap on the other ways. Okay.
It's very icy, so we're going to be a bit tentative, and we may start running in a minute.
We haven't fallen over yet.
So yeah, just a quick recap, because the first episode was all about 3 simple things that you could do to run faster over 5k without even changing your training. So take a look at that one.
Warming up and pace judgment.
Then last week we talked about how you can change your training if you get to the point where you can't do any more chatty running.
You haven't got enough time in the week.
Yes. How to put a little bit of faster running in your week.
If you've stopped improving. If you're doing the running that you want to do and you've stopped improving. But you will, if the beginners will, as long as they keep chatty, will improve week after week after week.
I think it's important to say, don't rush to start putting faster running into your week.
No, just
don't rush to do it.
If you're happy running chatty, with a few a session a week and a session a week of sparkly, if you're improving, don't stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think what we see most often, and it's been on the Facebook group, is people that are saying they're running tired or they've lost their running mojo. And how are they going to get it back? Well, that's another episode for next week. But when people do that, they're just running too fast and they're not recovering enough. So they're just making themselves more and more tired. So slow down, run chatty. And if you're running chatty and you're really enjoying your running, and you think, oh, I could do a little bit extra, that's the time to go breathy.
I'm going into the hedge.
Go breathy, or add your fartlek.
Yeah, when you can't do any extra when you got to that moment. Okay, so let's get straight on to fun fartlek then.
Okay, so fun fartlek.
Now fartlek means lots of different things to different people.
Well, it does these days. Initially, it's a Swedish word meaning speed play. In other words, play at speed. And it was done during the war years by a coach who had his two top runners broke the world record for the mile. Wow. And what made them different to everybody else was they got out into their Swedish woodlands and they did fun running, sprinty bits and longer bits, and they just had fun playing with speed.
Yeah,
but it's been taken over the last few years by the Hard Work Brigade, and the fartlek has suddenly become not fun at all, but something that is hard work, and you have to do efforts, and they tell you exactly what efforts to do. You got to do 5 lots.
There's very little recovery in between. I've seen one of those where there's hardly any recovery in between the efforts.
But a fartlek should be unstructured, and it should be fun, and it should be a recovery
run as
day.
you feel is something that I say to my runners.
Yeah, and it's a recovery day. You shouldn't feel tired the day after.
So Colin, why would you do it to make you faster? What's it going to do? How's it going to help if it's really fun?
The first thing is that a fartlek does is it makes you become a feeling-based runner, because it makes you listen to your body. So you've got to listen to your body. So as soon as you start to get out of breath, stop. Yeah. Start when you don't go sparkly until you feel like doing a sparkly run. So you're really listening to your body.
Yeah, and you're not putting yourself under pressure, are you? You're not thinking, oh, my 2 minutes is up, I've got to go again. No, I'm still knackered.
No.
It's not like that at all.
No, it's just going along. If you want to walk. If you want to climb a tree, because there's a climb a tree there, go up and climb the tree. It doesn't matter. It's just fun. And you should be chatting away, and I did one with an old university friend of mine, and we were on the hills and we just run 2 old gits running up and down the hills. I said, come on Steve, we sprint now. And so we sprinted for like 10 seconds, and then he'd shoot off when he was ready. But we just walked and jogged, and we were out there for an hour and we just had fun.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
So if you're going to do it, don't get hung up on set intervals.
There shouldn't be any intervals in the fartlek.
There shouldn't be set intervals. It should be what you feel like doing. So you warm up, and 10 minutes, chatty running.
Walking first, chatty running. Then you might think, do you know what? I think I could go a little bit faster. I'm happy I could go a bit faster. So you might speed up for a bit, and then you might go, ooh, I'm getting a bit breathy. I'll walk for a bit.
You're going to speed up for a bit, but you're only going to speed up to breathy pace, aren't you?
Yeah, you're not going to go any.
Yeah, you're only just going to go a little bit fast. If you speed up and you're suddenly getting really out of breath, that's too fast.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And it's a time to play with speed. So if you learn what your speeds are, learn what your fast is. Everybody loves a sparkle, and it makes you smile, and it's fun.
So you can put breathy efforts about sort of a minute or so, just listen to your body. Once you start to get too breathy, stop.
Well, once it becomes hard work, stop.
Once it becomes hard work, stop. Yeah, that's the guiding principle. Once it becomes hard,
listen to your body and then see.
But sparkles, 10-second sparkles, you can put those in, can't you? We're going to go this way.
Yeah, we've got these 3 lovely dogs coming.
3 beautiful dogs. We are in
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere, just up the road from us, near the Wrekin, but I don't think we've got a view of the Wrekin today.
Hello.
So you go out and you do your fartlek, you've run.
We're running.
Yeah, we could run, it's not icy. You've done your 10 minutes warm up and you just put in your little efforts. Just try 10-second sparkles first of all.
Learn what it feels like.
Just learn what it feels like. So sparkle on the run. And then wait until you've recovered, wait till you feel like you're recovered, a couple of minutes or so after a sparkle, and you can try another one. Then you can, when you feel like it, you can put in a slightly longer, breathy effort. But again, be guided by the fact that if it starts to feel hard, stop and go back to chatting.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with walking in the fartlek.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a bit of a walk either.
I love walking.
Yeah. So don't put too much in, just go and experiment with a few sort of, you could call them stretch outs, couldn't you?
Yes, stretch out, posture runs. The sprinters call them posture runs. Get your posture up and right and feel great and feel like a runner.
I'm wondering whether we could just go a little bit faster now.
You can if you like. Yeah. Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness. Right, so I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to try and demonstrate when I think I'm going a bit breathy, because I've started again because I turned my foot over and I've had to start from the beginning again.
I'm a highly trained.
You're highly trained
endurance
you're not
athlete.
going to get breathy.
So
now I am running at breathy pace. Can you hear? I can still talk, but I'm having to take a big breath, and I can probably keep this going for not very long. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Oh look, and I'm still
right. Listen to my breathing. Feel that? I can still talk, but there's a big breath.
Yeah.
That's just to show you, as soon as you start to get breathy, that's the pace you want to be running at. But when it gets hard, stop.
Okay.
And have a rest.
Can I talk about the victory pose now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't said anything about technique, and there's a lot of people out there saying about technique, but we can do a little bit about that later. But
yeah, we don't mention it at all, do we?
We'll do that.
And
next
there's a
week.
reason for that.
We'll do that next week. Okay, so after this car's gone past, I'll talk to you about the victory pose, and I'm going to do a victory pose. I'm going to do a victory pose, and then I'm going to do a sparkle. Because I feel that's what I feel like doing.
That's what you feel like doing on this fun
Okay, so first of all,
why are you going to victory pose now?
Okay, because victory pose makes you feel good, and it gets all those endorphins going. Yes, I've just won the Boston Marathon.
And it also gets you in the right.
But when you drop your hands, your shoulders and everything postures in the right place.
Right place for running.
So have a bit of fun with your friend.
Cover yourself up.
Do your victory pose, and then drop your arms, and then you're off.
All right, off he goes. Off into the sunshine. 10-second sparkle from Colin. How do you feel?
Great, I'm not out of breath.
Not out of breath because that was only 10 seconds, so that's good.
I wanted to do that. I'm fresh today, I'm fresh, I'm recovered, I'm ready to go. I'm desperate to do some more sparkles. So you can do...
that is fun fartlek, yeah, and doing that before your little efforts is great, isn't it?
Yeah, because it puts it into fun, and it gives you, oh, I'm ready to go, I'm off. And then do it, if you've had a good session, do it at the end to celebrate that you've had a great session. Stretch out, and it's...
If you've got any questions about how to run a fun fartlek, let us know. You can either comment at the end of the YouTube video on the YouTube channel, you can go onto our Facebook page, join our Facebook group as well. We'd love to have you more members, wouldn't we? Would be really good. because there's lots happening on the group at the moment. There's lots of people posting their successes.
Yeah, there's been great success,
Yeah.
hasn't there? Because people have been doing chatty running now for 6 months, and they're losing weight, and they're getting so much fitter, and they're enjoying themselves.
So you
And
can get
all of a sudden, running has become a fun thing for them to do.
And you can get lots of hints and tips on there as well. And also visit our website, chattysparklyrunners.co.uk, and you can find all our videos there. And I always write a little bit of written text, so if you want to actually sit down and read about how to run fun fartlek, it will be there.
And on the YouTube, we post me talking to the Olympian Lorraine Moller.
Oh, you're going to put a bit of extra
Yeah,
in?
yeah, because I've had a lovely
Right.
chat with Lorraine Moller, who's a 4-time Olympian, and she talks about fartlek and why you should do fartlek.
So watch out for that later on in the week.
That's a good one to watch. That's
Yeah.
quite fun.
That'll be good. Okay, so see you next week for a little bit about running motivation. I
Yeah,
think.
motivation.
Okay,
Okay,
see you next week.
bye.